Hey man, say man, what's good with y'all? This KingJdPan. Look, we back. We back with another reaction video. Today, man, I was sitting back kicking it. Just got out the shower. That's why I ain't got a shirt on again, man. I know y'all like, man, why this nigga still ain't got no shirt on? But look, it's a whole nother story, man. I promise I'ma have a shirt on for y'all next time. But look. So I'm just sitting back chilling, you feel me, going through my YouTube studio analytics, you feel me, seeing what content y'all really fucking with, so I know, you feel me. Went back, looked on that Ouija board video, y'all really fuck with that bitch, so I figured, you know what I'm saying, why not drop another one on y'all head, man. You know, come on with it, man. We coming with it. So look, we finna go ahead and get into this reaction video. You feel me? Yes, you see my hair long right now. You feel me? Long hair pan in the building, man. Stop playing, man. But chill, man. We finna get straight into this reaction video right now. Let's get into it on game.
Chills.
I
Number
gotta turn
10,
my headset
HighTech
on.
Ghost. If you can summon spirits using a homemade Ouija board, then it stands to reason that a digital version would work just as well. This is what happened to an
Turn the
18-year-old
captions
girl
off.
from Lima, Peru when she used a Ouija board app on her
Hold on, I ain't even hear what happened. My bad, y'all.
Chills. Number 10, HighTech Ghost. If you can summon spirits
A
using a homemade
HighTech
Ouija
Ghost.
board, then it stands to reason that a digital
Come
version
on,
would
y'all
work
hear how
just
this
as
sound
well.
right now?
This is what happened to an 18-year-old girl from Lima, Peru when she used a Ouija board
Lima,
app on her
Peru.
smartphone after using the app with her friends to ask just a few questions. Patricia Keys somehow managed to summon a spirit that apparently followed her home. Soon after playing with the board, her parents noticed that she started to throw violent tantrums and foam at the mouth.
No way. Off of phone? Bro, I really thought this shit was troll. And this shit in a whole different. It look like a whole different state of goddamn
Her voice changed
country
too. It
almost.
became
Oh, this
strained
shit
and
gotta be
evil
real.
as she thrashed about in her restraints. The poor girl often shouted the same phrases over and over again. She would repeat the number 6 3 times in a row, and she would also tell doctors to give her back her phone, presumably so that she could get back on the Ouija app and cause further damage. She was taken to a psychiatric ward to be further examined. Whether she regained her senses or remains internally possessed is a mystery. Number 9, the summoning. 4 girls are about to witness the power of the Ouija board firsthand. The video begins just as they are receiving an answer to their final question, and they are now ready to end the session. They start to move the cup in a circle 3 times to clear the board, but whatever they have summoned is not exactly ready to leave quite yet.
Oh
my god!
ah. What a
Just before the girls can cast the spirit back into its own dimension, it desperately leaps inside one of them and takes control. Then the possession ends as quickly as it began. They all rush in and one of the girls cradles her friends in her arms as she cries and trembles. They ask if she needs any water, even though I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think it's safe to say that a glass of water probably isn't going to be enough to help her. Number 8, stuffed stare. As this footage from Mexico shows, humans are far from the only things that can potentially become possessed by summoned spirits. In this video, 3 friends are just hanging out together in a cramped room, trying to use a Ouija board to summon whatever spirits they can find. Suddenly, it looks like they attract some supernatural attention. You can't hear any sounds, but you can tell things are starting to get interesting by the way they all lean forward and wait for the next answer. The room appears to grow very hot for a moment, and the man in the center rubs some sweat from his brow. As he does this, a white stuffed bear above him springs to life. It appears to look down at the 3 of them, and it especially seems to regard the person on the left the most. The man on the left eventually looks up, and the 2 lock eyes. He immediately starts to point out the possessed bear to his friends, but when his friends look up to see what he's talking about, the bear stops moving. It looks like they get in a small argument for a moment as as the man tries to convince his friends that he isn't making up a story and that he really did see the bear move. One of them picks up the bear and examines it. It doesn't do anything, so they all sit down with the Ouija board and start over again. When they start to ask another question with the Ouija board, the stuffed toy begins to look around some more. This time it makes no attempt to hide itself as they all turn around and watch in horror. They all jump up from their seats and run out of the room, so terrified that none of them even think to take the camera with them. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like as it really helps me out. Number 7, homemade possessions.
Man, drop a like
you
on
don't
this
need to buy an
video,
official
King
Ouija
Gang,
board if you
man.
want to
Turn me
contact
up.
the dead. G-Money Gaming and his friend decided to do it themselves using a Ouija board that they made with a piece of paper and a plastic pointer. Little did they know how effective their design would turn out to be. G-Money begins asking if there are any spirits in the room with them, and he immediately gets a positive response. When he asks how many spirits there are, the answer is 2. By this point, G-Money and his friend are sufficiently scared, but they decide to keep going anyway. G-Money bravely asks the spirits what their names are, and he gets a dreadful response: Zozo and Mama. These 2 spirits are famous for haunting Ouija board users throughout the world, and they are even rumored to possibly be demons with strong ties to Satan.
You're not fooling me, kid.
Zozo.
You're pulling
Oh
that,
my God,
kid.
Okay. What the heck?
You're not fooling me.
We need to end the session right now.
The Ouija board starts to spell Zozo over and over again in rapid succession, and then something is knocked over from deeper within the house.
Nothing taking
The two
over
friends
your
know that
body
they
and
have
you
to end the session
genuinely
fast
tweaking
before
out,
anything
and this
bad
some
can
shit I
happen.
can't
So G-Money
explain,
quickly
gang.
moves the pointer
You're
over to
not fooling
goodbye.
me.
Just when this happens, the pointer slides away as if something had grabbed it. As they back out of the room, the entire board flies at them and quickly moves the pointer over to goodbye. Just when this happens, the pointer slides away as if something had grabbed it. As they back out of the room, the entire board flies at them and they launch into a full sprint. Number 6, Lisa. A man and a woman managed to successfully summon a female spirit while a third person films. Lisa, the spirit spells Lisa.
Never. I got.
Push that.
I did not push that.
Never seen one like that
None of you guys
before, but
push it
like,
over to the exit?
all right, my boy.
You guys doing something underneath the table?
No.
Cause that looked like it moved all on its own.
After this, the pointer dashes to the letter X on its own. Neither one of them appear to have pushed the pointer to the letter X. It seems to have moved there completely on its own. The cameraman checks under the table for magnets, but he doesn't
That bitch
find any,
was a
and there
little
doesn't
too
look to be any
smooth, though,
strings.
bruh.
There's a quick cut in the video, so unfortunately we can't exactly hear the next question that they asked. Either way, the pointer circles a bit and lands on yes, and then it darts on its own back to the mysterious letter X for a second time. If this video is to be believed, then why did the spirit repeatedly choose the letter X? Perhaps it could have meant that it was an ex-lover, or on the other hand, the letter X could even represent her
Jeez,
death.
you sound
Exactly
dumb
what
as fuck.
Lisa wanted will never be
Nigga talking
known.
about some
They
maybe it could
understandably
be a-
backed away from the board after the second time that the
some of a
pointer moved on its own.
ex-lover.
However, it doesn't look like they properly ended the ceremony, so
Shut
perhaps
dumb
Lisa will
ass
be
up,
back
boy.
for a second visit after all. Number 5, did you die in the house? Number 5, contact. Peru continues to experience a high concentration of Ouija board possessions, this time in the city of Haiyan. Blanca Giovanna is only 16 years old when she and her other friends began to use the board for fun. Like so many others, she is not aware of the board's true danger,
this
and she is
trolling.
swallowed by evil for her ignorance.
trolling.
It's unclear how many
She
times
fooling
Blanca
y'all
and her
niggas.
friends used the board to summon demons before she was finally overtaken by one.
Man, little
Maybe
Blanca
she became
trolling,
possessed
man.
after
She
using
clip
the board
farming
just
and shit.
once. Or perhaps
Come
it took
on, man,
days of
stop
repeated
playing.
attempts before a demon found its way from the board into her soul.
They got her on lock. Oh no, I don't know what she's saying. Nah, keep that shit up over there,
how
my
the
nigga.
demon
I don't know
got her is
what you
unknown,
talking about.
But in other Ouija board
But you
possession
can keep that
cases,
shit,
it's
gang.
usually either from taunting the spirit or failing to banish them back
You
to
can
their
keep
realm
that
at
shit.
the end of the ceremony. What we do know is
I
that
ain't
this
got nothing
began a
for it,
minor
gang.
possession which soon grew out of control. Blanca went from being a carefree teenager to a violent maniac in just a matter
Hey,
of
them
days.
niggas brave for
Her
being
behavior
even in
became
that
so
room.
aggressive that her family eventually could
niggas
no longer
tripping.
deal with her. They had her committed for a lack of a better idea. While in her possessed form, Blanca continued to amaze and scare psychiatric workers to no end. Her evil antics even began to draw a crowd of curious locals and news reporters who all agree that she had seen the face of Satan when she wasn't trying to attack them outright. She was shouting mysterious satanic phrases and wailing terribly.
True. Keep it.
Like her family, the psychiatric ward eventually ran out of ideas and settled on chaining her to the wall to protect her from others. The demon stayed inside her body for at least 21 days. This was in 2011, and while locals may not know what has happened, no follow-up reports have ever left the city. This lack of information has led many to speculate that perhaps Blanca had to either been exiled or even killed so that the rest of the town could be saved. Number 4, Josh says, this footage comes from a YouTuber named No Biggie TV, who decided to tempt fate and make a video testing out Ouija boards. He is extremely skeptical at first, and he points out that Ouija boards can't be that scary if they are allowed to sell at Toys R Us. While he is waiting in line to buy it, however, a woman asks if he knows where the idea from Ouija boards came from. She says that the man who invented it sold his soul to the devil, and that making it readily available to kids was part of an evil conspiracy. No Biggie TV ignores her warning and buys the board anyway. He picks up a friend named Dave and heads to Dave's apartment.
Maybe that one creator, I think is like FG.
They contact a spirit who says his name is Josh. He was born in 1921. Things are getting a little too scary, so No Biggie TV pulls a prank on his friend by pretending to be possessed, and then the two get back to being serious. As the ceremony progresses, they start to hear breathing and other strange thumping noises.
Besides the kitchen and the dog.
The thumping?
No, I hear some kind of breathing. That is so fucking spooky.
Nigga said spooky.
What the fuck?
Fuck wrong
Josh
with
tells him that the house is not safe after using the Ouija board, but there's one thing that they can do to possibly change that. Burn me, Josh writes to them. Obviously, no one wants to have a haunted house, so the two friends waste little time doing exactly what Josh asks. They take the board around back and set the entire thing on fire, box and all. As the box burns, Dave's car starts to turn on randomly on its own. Even after they put the fire out, they could still hear the board sizzle. It gave No Biggie TV an electrical shock when he touched it. Unfortunately, they couldn't burn the board properly, so they decided to drive as far as possible and throw it away instead. Although they did say goodbye to the board, nowhere in the video does it show them properly ending the session. Just how angry Josh will be that they didn't follow his exact orders remains to be seen. Number 3, the pizza possession. Jackson Combs and his friend Stacy are bored late at night when they decide to summon some spirits to help pass the time. They are joined by a third friend, Alice, who brings with her the top of a pizza box. Together they use it to make a homemade Ouija board. It's well past 1 in the morning by the time the three of them agree on a place to use it. They use a small cap as a pointer and spin it in 3 circles to clear the board. Then they begin. Is anybody there? Jason asks. The pointer does not move, so he repeats himself. That's when the cup moves down into the left, stopping on yes. Jason asks what the spirit's name is, and the ghost writes back Susan. When asked if the spirit is good or bad, Susan says that she is good. Then she says that she wants someone named Danny. None of them know who Danny is, so Susan says goodbye. The 3 friends could have stopped here, but they enjoyed the experience, so they decided to keep it up and try to contact other spirits. Again, they make 3 circles with the cup to clear the board. Another spirit soon makes itself known, but this time it isn't as nice as Susan. Instead of asking what the spirit's name is, Jason asks if it's a good spirit. It signals that no, it is not. They could have immediately discontinued contact from there, but they weren't feeling threatened enough at the time. Jason asks for its name. John, it writes back. What do you want? Jason asks out loud. Kill is the response that he is given. Even though no other questions are asked, the cup suddenly moves to the no answer and flips over. The 3 of them hear a noise coming from the bathroom, and Jason goes inside to investigate.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, this shit fake.
The door shuts behind him and the
Come
house
on,
fills
nah.
with his screams.
think this
When the
some
girls are
goddamn
able to get the
movie
door
shit.
open, he is cowering in the corner. Whatever had been summoned had viciously attacked him. Number 2, Japanese TV.
No goddamn movie
These
shit,
3
gang.
girls playing with a Ouija board seem to be on some sort of Japanese
Them
television
bitches
show.
not finna
This isn't very
close and
surprising
hold
since
the
some of
door
the
on you,
scariest
gang.
evidence of the paranormal seems to
I
come
ain't
from
gonna lie, that
Japanese
bitch
game
look-
shows
the
or
bitch in the middle,
investigation
she look-
series. The girls have apparently
She
been
had to
threatened
be.
by the
She
spirit
had
to
to be
not
one
film
that
this
got possessed
encounter,
or something.
but it's
She
clearly
look
not their
crazy.
decision. The board or spirit threatens to curse the girls and they are understandably shaken up. It doesn't take long for all hell to break loose after this. One of the girls claims to see a woman and the group jumps, leaving 2 of the 3 young girls on the floor. In their panic, the quarter they were using as the planchette begins to move swiftly on its own. Furniture in the room begins to fly around as if being thrown, and a strange loud clicking can be heard.
Bro, this like a goddamn TV show. Why this shit feel like a TV show?
The footage becomes more and more chaotic before the video ends, leaving the viewer with concern and a desire for more insight.
Feel like a TV show, bro. This shit, there's no way, bro. Shit fake as hell, bro. They rigged that shit.
Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in
They
real
all
life,
just
then
in that
follow me
bitch
on
just
Instagram
chilling,
at Dylan
recording.
YT. I also have a Twitter at YT Chills
Shit
where I
fake.
post video updates.
Alright, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It was probably only about 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them that was probably like real in my eyes. But other than that, man, y'all could miss me with that shit. Like, that shit fake, gang. Like, it's AI, gang. Like, it's not happening, bro. Let's be 100. It's not happening, bro. But look, man. KingJdP on top, man. Like, share, comment, and subscribe this video, man. Hey, if y'all messing with this, man, let me know in the comments. We gonna have some more rolling y'all way, man. On gang, and I'm out this bitch. Let's get it.